Hey, Tramon, great to see you again, man, and congratulations on your first season at U of H. A year ago at this time, you were wrapping up your high school career when the UIL tournament was canceled, and a year later, put this year in perspective, if you don't mind, just from where you were at Dickinson to now, the development, the big shot the other night. A lot's happened for you.
Yeah, a lot's definitely happened. I think I developed very well when I got here. Just practicing every day with guys that are gonna make me better, and then coaches and stuff like that. So yeah, some of the things that I've accomplished this season, I've done in practice. So when I did it in the game, it's just another thing, But I'm very happy that I was able to do that, and I'm glad we still dancing. So.
We'll go to Joseph Duarte with the Houston Chronicle. Joseph, go ahead.
Tramon, can you take us through kind of the emotions of the last few weeks? First, you hitting that shot against Memphis, and then the shot that you made the other night on the tip in. What it's been like for you, not only being a freshman, but being on these big stages and delivering probably two of the biggest shots of the season, if not the biggest shot for the team this season.
It's definitely been crazy. It's definitely been crazy, hitting some of the biggest shots that we needed to, win the game and stuff. It's been good. I'm just glad I was in the right position to do it for the team and help us get a win. Yeah, that's really all I can say.
Do you see yourself, do you catch yourself maybe turning on the TV and seeing Sports Center or, your phone blowing up? I mean, is that when it kind of becomes real that, hey, that's me. I just did that.
Yeah, I turned on the TV the other day when we got back to the hotel, and I saw it. I saw it right there. So yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this is for real. This is March Madness. This is why I'm doing this. And then yeah, my phone's been going off, but I try not to pay attention to stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely going off.
All right, we'll go to Mark Berman with Fox 26. Mark, please go ahead.
Tramon, has it hit you yet what you have meant to this program already, what you've meant to the city and to the fans of the program to make that kind of shot with so much on the line? Has it hit you what you have done and the impact that you've made?
Yeah, it's hit me. It has hit me. My teammates, they've kept telling me what you just told me. They kept telling me that stuff like that. Like the fans, they appreciate me so much for doing that. My teammates, the coaches, just everybody, and I'm glad I was able to do it because I wouldn't be able to do it without none of them. So I'm just glad I was able to do that. Yeah.
So how many voicemails, text messages, phone calls you've gotten after that big shot, and maybe give us an idea from whom?
Just everybody, family, different old coaches, old teammates, just everybody, other media places, just everybody I've been getting calls about and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely been crazy. My phone still hasn't stopped, so yeah.
We'll go to Jason Bristol with KHOU. Jason, please go ahead.
Ron, can you give us a sense of what it's like on a day-to-day basis in there, what you're doing, what time you guys get up? Do you have a lot of downtime? What's it like, I guess, just being in that bubble?
Initially, when we first came into the bubble, I thought it was gonna be. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. We get a decent amount of downtime and stuff. We don't have to wake up necessarily too early. Probably around 9:30, 10ish. That's what time we wake up usually. That's what time we usually wake up every day. So yeah, it's been good. The food's been pretty decent and stuff. It's been good.
Aside from practices, I assume schoolwork, maybe some video games thrown in. Is that basically the life?
Yeah, that's basically the life. You can't do anything else. That's basically the life.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to Chris Gardner with Houston Round Ball Review. Chris, go ahead, please.
Tramon, DeJon says that you and him are roommates on the road. What have you learned from DK during the season?
I learned a lot from DeJon. Just countless things. Just when I'm on the court, just seeing how the defense is, just seeing how the offense is, just stuff like that. He's a real point guard. And he's helped me he's helped me open my brain up even more when I'm out there on the floor. So yeah, he's been a big reason why I made some of the plays that I've been able to make. Yeah, that's really it.
And what was the mindset of the team down the stretch when you guys were down by 9 or 10 points those last few minutes?
When we were down, everybody was just kind of like, everybody was just kind of like, I don't know, but that's why I just kept crashing and crashing every time we were off. I just crashed every time, just see what we could get going, and then that one play, I just crashed. And it resulted in us taking the lead when I made the free throw and stuff like that. It was crazy. We were down. I remember we were down 10, and I was like, dang, we got to get it going right now. And then that's when it happened.
We'll go to Andy Yanez with the Cougar. Andy, go ahead, please.
Tramon, earlier in the season, you talked about the biggest type of adjustment you had to make was just the speed of the game. Is that different in the March Madness type of setting? Is it a little bit faster, or how is that?
I think it's the same. I think it's just the stage of it. You can get wrapped up. You can get wrapped up in your head and being on that big of a stage. But I think the speed's probably the same than all of our other games was. So yeah.
We'll go to Greg Bailey with KTRK. Greg, go ahead.
Hey, Tramon, if you could, what did some of your teammates tell you about what you did for them to be able to win this game together? And if you could, you also talked to us after Memphis about how much it meant to you to be able to do that for the seniors. How much does this and that moment mean to you, for you, your seniors, all your teammates being able to win and keep this thing going?
Like you said, how much it meant to the seniors. Once again, that applies here. I was able to, keep us another game alive. We're still here. Nobody wants to go home. I know they definitely didn't want to end their season like that. So I'm glad I was able to do that and put us in a position to take the lead and stuff. Yeah, that's it. I'm glad we're still here.
Since it's such a remarkable play, everybody's still talking about. Could you take us through it just from the beginning? You said you kept crashing, but it's pretty obvious that you guys have been trained to crash like that for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we practice that. We practice that almost every day. So that's just part of us. That's just what we do.
All right, we'll go back to Joseph Duarte with the Chronicle again. Joseph, go ahead.
Tramon, along the lines of that last question, I saw somebody posted a freeze frame on Twitter that showed where everybody was when DeJon let that shot up, and you're pretty far outside the lane, but there's nobody there boxing you, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle going up for the tip in. Were you surprised how that all developed and how you were able to kind of bolt into the lane to get that ball?
Yeah, because I think that play we gotta stop. Marcus passed it to me. I had an open shot, but I passed it up. Bryson passed it to Mark. Mark passed it to DeJon. Then DeJon went and do his thing. Then I think Gio Baker was guarding me. I saw Baker wasn't looking. And I knew Deke was about to shoot, so I just went and crashed, and then the ball bounced in my way, and I was able to tip it in. That's pretty much it. That's how
DeJon probably as well as most people because you roommate with them.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he gutted through that injury and you could tell he was in pain, and a lot of people may have come out of the game. Did that surprise you? What he did, that he wanted it that bad?
No, the dude's tough. The dude's tough. That didn't surprise me. I knew what pain he was in. We all knew what pain he was in, but we knew he was gonna play. We knew he didn't want to go home. Just like the rest of us, but yeah, we knew what he was going through, but we knew what he wanted. So, and just like we all wanted, so I'm glad we got the end result.
Gotcha.
Got time for 2 more questions with Tramon, guys, and then we'll bring Ryan Elvin up. We'll go to Randy McElvoy again with KPRC. Randy, go ahead.
Tramon, there's been a kind of a phrase that's heard often whenever from players, from Coach Sampson since he's been around, just the culture of this program, the fit of the players that play for Coach Sampson. Now that you've been in it, can you describe what you feel like the culture is within this basketball program that makes it so special?
Culture is just toughness. You know, you're always gonna have adversity coming your way, but it's about how you fight through that adversity that makes us what we are. You know, like we're always getting things thrown at us in practice and games and film and stuff like that. But it's about how you fight through it that makes us who we are, and that's why I think we're so tough and gritty on the court and stuff like that. Yeah.
I got time for last question here, guys, with Tramon. We'll bring in Ryan Elvin. Here's Mark Berman again with Fox 26. Mark, go ahead.
Tramon, what has been some of the early information the coaches have given you and about Syracuse?
Shooters, and they're shooters. You know, they can pull it from dang near anywhere. And we talk about their zone. We went through how they play their zone and stuff. We're working on stuff like that.
Have you given the thought that there are a lot of great players who come through college who never even get this opportunity? Here you are as a freshman in the Sweet 16 with the opportunity to go to the Final Four. What do you think about that?
I'm still getting that through my head right now. I was thinking about that before I did this interview. You know, I'm still getting that through my head. So, yeah, it's crazy, but I'm ready for it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Tramon.
Gotcha. Yeah, have a nice one.